All right, let's create a short public service announcement using PowerPoint and then rendering from our presentation an mp4 file. So I'm going to format this. Well, I formatted the slide already, but let's go ahead and go to our design, format background, and I can change the fill here. Let's see what I like. So a gradient. And I think what I'll do is even give myself a theme. I don't like those, so I think maybe what I'll do is I'll give it a color scheme. I'm going to go with this color scheme right there. And yeah, let's do the red-orange one. And I think for the first slide, I'm going to have a title slide here. So I've actually formatted the layout as blank. I don't want to really put and use the content placeholders, so I'm going to format this slide as blank. Oops, that's a new slide, sorry. The current slide layout as blank. And we'll do that. I'm going to insert some text. Let's see here. You are, then I'm going to give some space here alone, and let's format this. Let's come up with a really large font. Let's bump this up. And I think I'll make it white. Or, nah, you know what? We'll stick with that. We'll go with a dark gray. And what we're going to do here is come up with another text. So I'm going to just duplicate that text and delete most of it and just type in the word not. And we'll change this font color to white. How about that? Let's see how that fits in there. So we'll use our arrow keys just for that. That way we can animate that coming onto the slide. So you are not alone. Let's make a new slide. New slide. And oh, we should probably formatted that background for all of them. So we'll go to design, format. Let's apply it to all. That way all of our slides will have that same color. And I think I'm going to insert some text. So I'm going to get a text box here, but I want to insert some text that I've typed out already. Copy that. And let's take that text and paste it. And we'll move this over here. And we can take this text box. Let's see, we can make that a little bigger, maybe bold. And I think we should make it just one more bigger. Let's see how that looks like that. Bring this out a little bit. Balance it all out. And I think we'll style this with a text box behind it. Let's see what that looks like. Go with some other colors. Maybe even that one. There we go. And I think what I'll do is take that. Yeah, we'll put a little bit of a shadow on it. A little more shadow. And then I'll insert a picture from my file. And so we'll put a style on this. I have style. Shrink that down just a little bit. And I think we should balance this out just a little bit more. Like that. And how about a new slide? And I'm going to insert my other image. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an effect here. I'm going to take this image and I'm going to duplicate it. Control D, and I'm going to take the one in the back and use my formatting in my adjustment group here and make that black and white. Or I could go with it. Yeah, I think we'll go with a tint. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fade the colored version of it over that. So I'm going to fade it as an animation. And let's add some text here. So let's insert some word art. And we'll put in here, silence is the bully. And we'll put that in there. Silence is a bully. And we could animate that entrance effect here. So that's all signed up, and we'll do one more slide to round this out. And I think I'm going to take this particular slide, they'll format its background solid color black. I'll show you why. That way we'll put our tagline on here. So we'll insert some word art. And I'm going to go to nobully.com. And what we'll do is we'll fade this in, but then we'll do an exit effect on the actual text. All right, so now I'm going to add some animations. I'm going to insert my audio file first. So I have my audio that's on my PC, and this is a rather long audio file, so I'm just going to put it here, and I want it to play in the background. Now, it says loop until stop, so I'm going to uncheck that because it's going to play across slides. It's going to play automatically, but I want to actually trim this audio so that my ending is at about 20, let's say 5, 10, 15, 20, 23, 24 seconds. And that's going to be the end time, so I can go 25 seconds right on the money. And that way, I'm going to have it fade out for 4 seconds of the ending. It's going to fade out. So we'll do that, and we'll hide during show so that this doesn't show up. It's already set to play in background, so if we went to our animation pane, we would see that it's going to show up and it's going to be starting automatically. So then let's animate this. Let's have this fly in from the bottom, and then we'll have this fade. And we can do both of those on automatic, so let's have this with previous. We'll have it go a little slow. And then we'll have this one go after previous with a slight delay of, I'll say, 3/4 of a second. And we'll play, pause, and not alone. There we go. So we'll go on to the next slide, and we'll have our text fade in as this graphic or picture here floats in, and we'll have that float in from the float down. And let's take this. Let's take this one. We'll have it after previous duration. Then we'll have this one come in directly after that, after previous. We'll go on to the next slide. Now remember, we have our colored version of this image back here. And so that's going to be on the screen. Or we could fade it in. Let's go ahead. Let's fade that in. Quickly, though, we'll have that go after previous, which is the only previous event is the slide coming in. So we'll have that go within half a second. Then we'll have this one fade in slowly, though. A little bit of drama after previous. And at the same time as that's fading in, let's take our title. We'll have it float from the top. So float down, and we'll have that go with previous. So those will sort of happen at the same time. And then the next thing we do is we have this. Now, what we want to do is this slide right here. We're actually going to put a transition on. We'll put them on all of them, but we'll have that fade in so that we can take this guy, and his animation will be an exit effect. So let's look at what exit effects we have. We have dissolve out, we have fly out. Dissolve out's not bad. We also have fade out. So let's just do a fade or float down. Yeah, let's do float down. Float down, and we'll do it down. That's the way we want it, and we'll do it automatically after previous with a delay of, let's say, 3 seconds. Or no, let's give it sort of slow, 1.5. We'll give it a delay of like 2 seconds. So as the slide comes up, you can read it, and then it fades away. So I can give other transitions to these. So if I wanted each of these to have a transition, I can select them all. And remember, I already have the fade on this one. So we could go ahead and choose another sort of, we could choose switch. We could choose the cue, which is sort of the roll around. I think what I'll do is I'll just go to the standard reveal, and we'll take these, and we're going to make these all automatic. So we do that by, not only are our animations automatic, but we'll do that by going to the slideshow, and we'll set up some timings. Now remember, our audio is only 25 seconds, so we have 5, 10, 15, 20, and then I have a little bit for the fade out. So I'm going to go ahead and rehearse my timings. So go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, go. Next slide. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. And you got to have them read it, so plan that out in your timing. 2, 3, 4. Fade. 1, 2, 3. Silence. You see how that fades in? Bully. 16 seconds. We're at about 20. Our music must have faded out on us, which isn't good. And that goes. Then our timing. So our timing was 27 seconds. We probably didn't have a long enough time on our audio, so I would go back and I would fix my audio, I would get the playback. I would look at the trimming of it. It was set way too early, and so I would just bring that out a little more, redo it, reshoot. I won't do it for the video, but I would time it. Now that I have the timing set, I can actually play it and see if it worked out. Let's go to the trim audio. So it's about 5 seconds. Let's go to about 29 and click OK. Fade out at, let's say, 5. And if I play this, F5, and that's a cool effect right there, using the colored or using black and white. And there we go. There's our fade. So that worked out great. So our timing was perfect. We'll escape. Now, to make this a video, you go to the backstage view. So go to File, and we're going to export this. And this is how you create a video. So go under Create Video. You want to make sure that you use recorded timings and narrations. So that's what we're going to use. It's already selected. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to create video, give it a file name. So you'd go to your folder and give it your file name. So you put your name on it and your name, PSA, and create it as an mp4 file. Now it takes a while. There's a progress meter down here. So it will create your file, it'll write it out, and it will make that. So you do that, then you'll have your mp4 created.